continue on with looking at assessment and the concept of macro identifies micro, a large movement is made up of smaller subcomponents. What we're going to do is make the assumption that we can find some form of restriction within the neck visually. So if it does not work, that I can identify it. The base thing, the neutral thing, is that he can move freely in both directions, left and right, with both side bending and rotation. So what I'm going to have you do is take your left ear to your left shoulder, right? And that looks like what it looks like, and then your right ear to your right shoulder. And that does not move quite as well. Come back to the middle. Another thing is there's more auxiliary movement. So if we just use my hand more or less as some kind of level, hopefully this shows up properly on the screen. Bend your head to the left. Okay, he doesn't tip a bunch, he goes a tiny bit further, and then bend your head to the right. Doesn't go particularly well, and you'll get a little bit more auxiliary movement. So again, come back to the middle. I wouldn't suggest doing this. This is just for visual representation for the camera. Okay, left ear to your left shoulder, right? And then that shoulder moved a little bit, and then to the other side. And now it seems like it's getting a little bit better because I asked you to do it 2 times. But we get the ability to have a visual level. So if I see auxiliary movement, the more auxiliary movement I see, then the more curious I am to find out more. Now I'm going to have you turn your head over your left shoulder. And then, yeah, so come back. Keep your shoulders still, just your head. There you go. And then the other way. And then that doesn't go as far. You agree that feels not as nice? Right. Yeah, so some things you have to be right on line to be able to see them. Luckily, I can see that under the circumstances. I'm in a bad spot, but trying to not be in the way of the visualization for the camera. So the assumption is that the large movement should work fine, and if it does not work fine, I can spot it. So we've got some examples of that right there with just the neck. The assumption is he should be able to move left and right freely in both rotation and side bending, and we found problems.